I have a couple more things I do want to talk about here, and one of them is the AFC South preview of the Time to BS NFL preview series, weekly series we're doing for the next 8 to 10 weeks. We're going to preview each division in the NFL, and this week we're doing the AFC South. I really don't know who to pick here. I'm torn between two teams, because let's start this up. Houston won the division last year with a 10-7 record. The Colts are right behind them. So is Jacksonville, and then the Titans were 6-11. Houston made some nice fucking moves. As you know, they traded for Stephon Diggs. They signed guys like they signed Daniel. Like, a lot of the moves that they made sense. They traded for Joe Mixon. They signed Daniel Hunter, Danico Autry. They traded for Stephon Diggs. They gave a contract extension to Nico Collins. A lot of these moves made sense. And then you went, okay, they had a decent defense last year. CJ Stroud was on fire. Hopefully for a second-year bounce. And this should be the Texans division to win. Which, I think so. I think the Texans win their division. 12 wins. 12-5. And then you go to a team like Tennessee. Tennessee made some moves that also made a lot of sense. Because you look at... I will start things off, because I'll start off with they fired Mike Vrabel after 6 years or something like that. And Vrabel... I don't know where to think of Vrabel as like, okay, they should have moved on from him, / they could have stayed with him. But Rand Carthon, the new GM of the Titans, and the ownership group of Tennessee probably came together and said, we got to win here. We got to do something here, because we got a good young quarterback in Will Levis. We got to do fucking something. And look at the free agent moves and the draft picks that they made. They all made a lot of sense. You know, they signed Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd because Traylon Burks and DeAndre Hopkins are their other two receivers. They let Derrick Henry go to Baltimore and signed Tony Pollard. They signed guys like Chidobe Awuzie. They traded for Ladarius Sneed and signed into a big deal. You know, these moves make sense. They're not flashy moves, but they're really good moves. They're good moves. And the head coach, Brian Callahan, came from Cincinnati, offensive guy, and you kind of need that. But I think they don't want Will Levis to be, throw a theme with this division here. They don't want him to be Peyton Manning. They want him to be Steve McNair. A guy who's just good enough to get us to a couple AFC title games or even the Super Bowl. Which he can. Which McNair did, and then Will Levis probably can. That dude can sling it. He also can fucking move. And now we go to Jacksonville. Jacksonville, I don't know where to view them. I don't know where to view them as like, okay, they're either going to be really stinking good, where this is their year to win the division and probably get a top 3 seed in their conference, or here's the or part, or they're going to fall apart. They signed Eric Armstead. They gave an extension to Josh Allen. They signed Darnell Savage, Ronald Darby, Mitch Morse, and Gabe Davis in free agency. They also drafted Brian Thomas Jr. from LSU in the first round, and they gave Trevor Lawrence a gigantic extension. Christ. Again, you look at their moves and they made sense. Mitch Morse, really good center. Really good center. Eric Armstead, really good defensive lineman. Really good. Darnell Savage can play the nickel. Fits right in. And they don't have a lot of flashy guys, but you know what this team is very well capable of doing. You know what they're capable of. So that does help. And Trevon Walker, forgot about him too. Enter the Colts. They suck. They're going to suck. But then again, they have some nice players. You know, Alec Pierce, Michael Pittman, massive extension for him. Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Braden Smith, Anthony Richardson, Trey Sermon, Jonathan Taylor, DeForest Buckner, Julian Blackman, who is awesome, Kenny Moore. You know, they have good players. You know, some good, some bad. But I don't know. I look at them and, like, it almost seems like their record and the Titans' record from last year will be flipped this year. And the Texans, Houston made some good moves. I love the Stephon Diggs trade because that's immediately the number one guy. And he fits right in like a glove. But that's just... I think the Texans still win this division. 12-5 AFC South champions, Houston Texans. Get a 3 seed in the AFC. So, there's that.